Gestures refer to our movements when we speak, and they're a huge part of how we communicate, whether to one person or hundreds of people. The difference in gestures when talking one-on-one with a friend and the gestures you'll use when speaking in front of a group is just a matter of how many and how big and broad your gestures are. Gestures in a speech are constant, meaning you're just always using them. And generally, the bigger and broader your gestures, the more they'll help you make a connection and keep the interest of your audience. Everything speakers do with their body, head, face are gestures, from a whole body move to the raising of an eyebrow. The most common gestures you'll see are arm and hand motions, but the best speakers don't limit their gestures to these. Check out the gestures of these Junior Speakers League and Speakers League Club members. Notice how they're always doing something physically, and they're using lots of different types of gestures. They're using lots of big gestures. Their faces are very animated, showing energy and enjoyment. They never stop using their gestures for long. They're pretty much constant. They're using great eye contact too, because that's part of their skill stack now. Even without hearing what they're saying, they're fun to watch, and we imagine they're saying something interesting. What you're watching here is your goal for gestures. These gestures are just excellent. The best use of gestures in speeches or impromptus involves using them constantly throughout your entire presentation, not just here and there. Using gestures may feel a little uncomfortable for you at first, but really work on being big and broad with your gestures. Gestures really help the audience stay interested, and they'll really highlight your confidence and energy. What's great about in-person clubs is you can also move around the room while speaking. We call moving away from the lectern escaping the lectern. But do it with a purpose, perhaps to move to an area where you can demonstrate how to do something, or to show something to the audience up close. When moving while giving a speech, we recommend that you alternate. Walk and talk, and then stop for a while and talk. Then walk and talk again. Then stop for a while and talk. Also, don't ever walk backwards to the lectern. Just walk forward to it whether you're talking or not. You can also escape your chair area during impromptus. But again, the idea is not to just go for a stroll around the room or constantly pace back and forth while you talk, which just makes people wonder why you're doing it. For it to look interesting and sensible, don't go too far and do the walk and talk, then stop and talk for a while approach. What you really want to avoid when it comes to movements are nervous habits, like constantly stepping backwards and forwards, either side to side or forward and backward. Twisting back and forth or swinging from side to side are also common. Most of the time, speakers have no idea they're doing it, so this can be a good reason to video record your practice so you can see if that's a problem you'll have. Another type of gesture to avoid, or at least rarely use, is a miming gesture. These are things like, I'm 8 years old and I love when my mom drives me to the library where I can run in and check out 5 new books to read, but not scary ones. Better to use gestures like these. I'm 8 years old and I love when my mom drives me to the library where I like to run in and check out 5 new books to read, but not scary ones. Mimed gestures don't look natural, so try to really limit where you use them. Once you've successfully given the focus on gestures speech, using gestures will be a super important part of your skill stack, and you'll be expected to use good gestures in every speech going forward, along with eye contact. Have fun and go big and constant with your gestures. See you next time.